אבל יכול להיות שהעיקר, אם שומעים חלק, ההתחלה והסוף, יכול להיות שיש על מה לסמוך, we have to learn.
אז צריך לבדוק את זה.
זה בעיה רצינית.
אם לא שומעים את כל הברכה,
בעיה רצינית, גם לפעמים בברכה עצמה.
על מה אתה עונה ברוך?
Yossi, you could do something? You could do something?
בסוף אני שומע את זה.
What? You could do something and put through? So here's $20. Put through. Do it, because I get another number. Here, come here. Put through $20. Put through $20 in your credit card. No.
someone else
Give 20.
might ask for it.
שיהיה ברור
תודה.
שאתה נכון את המילים, אם לא, אם לטובה, אם לטובה.
נכון. אז הפסוק הזה הסתובב הרבה כי הבנתי מעל ניו יורק היום יש בהעריך הענן, יש הרבה עננים של הרבה שריפות בקנדה. There's a lot of fire in Canada. They're closing the schools in New York.
Yeah.
Because of the fires in Canada.
No, this is because the fires in Eretz Yisrael, so therefore it comes here. There are fires all over Eretz Yisrael, so it comes here. And from here it will come to...
I didn't hear anything about Eretz Yisrael, but
What are you talking about? Eretz Yisrael has fires all over the place there now.
the world's on fire.
No, the Arabs are setting it on fire. And there's a big drought. Go ahead.
Thanks to JNF, there's what to burn.
The union of Aish is that it's mefazer and mefader. It breaks apart and spreads apart and divides. Since the world is in the earth from division, and therefore Kuman the fires and they make more division. That's exactly the reason why they're here.
But we once followed
Kabbalah.
the Anan in the 40 years in the Den al Mishkan, Yamim Rabim, Mishmeret Hashem, Velo Yisau. What is the pasuk saying here? Sometimes it was long, sometimes it was short. Sometimes it was a long time and they didn't want to stay there. They wanted to leave long before, but Hashem said to stay, they had to stay. They never transgressed. Sometimes they just came, it looked like a beautiful place, and boom, Hashem takes them away right away.
You didn't want them to like it so much that they'd want to stay there. No?
Yeah, so Chas v'shalom, the Eibishter wanted to torture us. What's going on
He
here?
wants to make you ready for Mesiras Nefesh.
For the generations to come, you think you want to sit quietly with all the ease, you're making a mistake. The acceptance of the Torah is, sometimes you have to accept the yokes of heaven.
Not just Tel Aviv Dizengoff.
The first test, this is one of the first tests after Maimon Har Sinai, Achrei Har Sinai, was this Harachat Ha'anan al Mishkan. The Ramban tells us there was many nisyonot that the Jewish people were tested about traveling and stopping. Sometimes they stopped. And this was to teach us that there's nothing besides doing the will of Hashem. That is the true good. Even if it looks to you and your understanding that this place is good or not good, and if we would know this foundation, we wouldn't have any midot ra'ot. We wouldn't have no kinah, no tava to anything. If the Eibishter gave you this and gave someone else that, why should you be mekana? This is the will of Hashem. You know that everything Hashem doesn't give you is bad for you. You have nothing to. En lecha ma lekanot, en lecha ma letavot. Im Elokim lo rotzeh sheyeh lecha, ze lo b'shulcha.
Actually, Elokim asa told.
So we have the psukim of Vayehi ben Soah Aaron and V'nucho Yamar. And Rashi says that this is between Puraniyot. The Mefarshim don't understand what Puraniyot is here. And the Ramban says that we ran away from Har Sinai, Ketino Kaborech mi Beit HaSefer. We ran away like a kid runs away from school. We were worried Hashem's going to give us more mitzvot. It was enough. 613 was enough. We ran away before Hashem gives us more mitzvot. And now we can understand that the fact that we ran away, if we had the foundation that everything's from Hashem, whatever Hashem wants is good, Al Pi Hashem Yachna, Al Pi Hashem Yisrael, we wouldn't run away like a kid. We have to know this is one of the foundations of a person, and the Yetzer Hara tries being machshil us in this. And the choice given to a person, you have to make sure, if it's your own wills and your own lusts and not from Hashem, you have to make sure that it's also Hashem's. Hashem tells you, Lo yiyevecha kel zar, lo tishtachav elekel nechar. What does our rabbis tell us? What's the kel zar? Kel zar kirbecha, a strange God amongst you. You don't have different wills than Hashem's wills. We were like kids, like a baby carried in his mother's arms, traveling from city to city. You can ask the kid, where are you? He doesn't know. He's being carried by his mother. That is the way the Jewish people were in the desert. We say Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur from Yirmiyah, and davening Zacharti lach Chesed. One of the zichronot, one of the 10 zichronot is Zacharti lach Chesed Nurayich Avas Klu Leisayich Lechtech Achrai Bamidbar Be'eretz Leizru. We went after Hashem in the desert. This is what we went. Sometimes we were just like a kid being carried by his parents. We didn't know. Hashem said go, Hashem said stop, Hashem said go. It didn't make sense to us, but we went. Everything, we were so nullified to Hashem. And
so what happened with the Egel?
So the way of people is, when you're a young person, if you don't understand, you don't accept it. But an older person, so we spoke yesterday about Vayas Cain Aaron. Aaron did Melamed Shalosh Shina. He didn't change. That there's different types of people with Judaism, right? There's three people went to the doctor. One thought he's smart, so the ones that he didn't understand, he didn't take those medicines, he died. Another one didn't know anything, he just listened to the doctor. Another one knew, he tried researching, but at the end of the day, he nullified his will to the doctor. The doctor knows best. So you have 3 types of people. So too here about the traveling, we nullified our... If you don't understand something, you don't not do it. We felt that the place is good for us, we should have said we're staying here. No, we nullified our way to Hashem. That's what the Jewish people did. We said Nasib, we will do before Nishma, before understanding. Abraham Avinu went to sacrifice his son, even though it was against any intellect. God gave him a son to his old age. We have to be ready to... And he brings here the story of Kitapuach Ba'atziyar, while the Jewish people, like an apple, we eat an apple dipped in honey next holiday in Rosh Hashanah, because the apple comes before Tapuach Kodem La'alav. In Montreal, where all the fires are now, that's where the apple trees are. I don't remember growing up. But it says the apple comes before the leaf. Usually here the oranges start flowering first, then you get the orange. Citrus. I guess the apples, it says, and that's what we did. We said Naaseh before Nishma. The apple before the flowers. That's the idea of the apple. And okay. So that's the story. So we have to have the belief, and so it's all about emunah. We rely on Hashem. Hashem knows what's best, and we should always know this. May Hashem etzadik ever kenanu. We are where we are. We have to somehow find out what Hashem wants, where for us to be.
Well, He wants us here because we're here. That's the way it is. Who's going to go before Ma'ariv?
Rabbi